but he's just hoping, and well, he'll probably get it. He's got a good draw in stall 15. They'll go a good gallop, and he'll be hoping that they're beginning to tire at the end, and he'll be able to just weave their way through. Whether their horses are in quite the form at the moment, I don't know, but a huge crowd here. I think they've got more people here today than for the At the Races meeting back in April. Mac, what's happening?
6-4 favourite Naev, 6-4 now.
Naef's the last to go in for the Coral Eclipse. They're lined up, gates are back, they're away. Delsart hold that Tiger a little slow out, so too was Comfy as they race away. And Victory Moon for South Africa is one of the first to bound on. Falbrav over on the far side, the yellow cap, and Izdiham, Naef's pacemaker, now showing a lot of early pace to chunk and head the lot off. It's Izdiham that leads from Naef moving into second place. Victory Moon is close on the inside third. Then Narrative, the white cap of Godolphin in fourth place. Balestrini is through to fifth. Next is Delsart, wide of Falbrav, and then in the midfield is Islington as they race down the back straight. Towards the rear, Olden Times, Grandera's held up at the moment. Hold that Tiger and Comfy as the back marker as they race towards the end of the back straight. And Izdiham has gone tearing off here. Followed in second by Godolphin's pacemaker, Narrative, a very strong gallop. Dutch Gold is handy on the inside. Islington moves handy too. In the striped cap, Naef right on terms. Balestrini and Delsart in the green, obliged to race a bit wide. Falbrav is up the inside next of Norse Dancer as they begin to turn right-handed at the bottom end. In the midfield at this stage, Victory Moon up the inside, then Grandera towards the back. Hold that Tiger, Olden Times and Comfy. On turning in is Izdiham, the hare and the one to catch. His rider steals a peep there. Does Willie Supple, sees where Naef is. Naef is being punched along in about fourth or fifth place. Izdiham has 4 lengths on them. Narrative wide. Naef begins to engage top gear now. Behind these, Falbrav going strongly as well. Islington up the inside. Wider out, North Dancer now unleashing a run in the purple jacket as they run down inside the final quarter mile. Falbrav first run on Naef. Naef will have to fight hard here. Islington is third, then North Dancer, Kaitur from the rear with Olden Times, but it's Falbrav pulling away from Naef. He's not making any inroads, the favourite. Third is Islington, Kaitur. Comfy runs on with Olden Times, racing up towards the line. Falbrav by a length and a half. Naef begins to whittle away at the lead, but it could be too late. Falbrav all out from Naef. Falbrav holds Naef to win the Eclipse, and a bunch for third with Kaitur on the outside of Olden Times. A blinding run from Victory Moon for South Africa, right alongside Islington. Then came Hold That Tiger. Grandera never showed. Balestrini, Comfy and Dutch Gold. Then back to North Dancer, Delsart, Izdiham and Narrative. 1-2 in the early stages. Eventually finished last and last but one. Falbrav, winner of the Japan Cup last November, has comprehensively turned the tables on Naef here for their running in the Prince of Wales Stakes at Royal Ascot. In the hands of Daryl Holland, replacing Mirko de Muro today. Daryl whipping his left hand here. Had the speed at the crucial moment here, this 5-year-old. Took the advantage, arrested the advantage, 2 furlongs from home. Naef was always struggling for pace in the closing stages here. He was just eating into the leader's advantage in the last 100 yards, but it was all too late by then. Daryl Holland winning his second Eclipse here, having landed it a surprise win on Compton Avril in 1999. This wasn't quite such a big surprise, but considering the placing at Royal Ascot, it was a small surprise.
Well, tactically a good ride here from Daryl Holland. They went a tremendous clip, as you'd expect, the 2 made pacemakers in the race. And it's Izdiham just leading them into the straight. Daryl Holland just had the splits when he wanted it, comes through on Falbrav. Dutch Gold doesn't get done any favours there. Islington, another one coming out, but she's close enough if she's going to be good enough. But it was a decisive move at this point from Daryl.
Yeah, and holds on really well despite the rally of the runner-up. It was a rough old race behind, several of them looking for runs, never actually got them. But as John said, this horse won the race when he changed pace halfway up the straight, really took 2 lengths off them, and you can just see how brave he is. He's never looked like stopping subsequently. And great for Luca Kumani. It's well documented the dip in fortunes his stable took when the Aga Khan took his horses away, but he's always been at the top of his profession, almost invariably had a good horse around, and of course this one, Italian owned, will give him that little bit more extra pleasure.
Falbrav, a 10-to-1 chance when betting opened when the horses were declared earlier in the week. 8, 15-2 and 7-1 this morning, returned the 8-1 clear fourth favourite, that Falbrav. And Floor's quite a gamble on Naev, as we showed, as the flag went up, back down to 6-4 favourite from 5-2 on the course, that Naev. And the third, Kayatur, a colossal 100-1 for the third horse, Kayatur. And that Falbrav gives Luca Kumani his first Coral Eclipse. It's the second for Daryl Holland, who won it on Compton Admiral, a 20-1 chance 4 years ago. And Daryl completes a 39.5-1 double after the tattling. 7-2 favourite in the first. This Falbrav loves this distance, 10 furlongs. The last Japan Cup was 11 furlongs. He wouldn't have won it at 12. 11 and 10 furlongs is the trip for Falbrav. And explodes that Naev, went for the super bonus and the Triple Crown. That's now finished. Falbrav wins at 8-1. The Bismarck sunk again for Barry Dennis.